Have you ever sat down to do something important and somehow ended up staring at the screen for 20 minutes? Not because you didn't care, not because you weren't capable, but because even the smallest task felt strangely heavy. You tell yourself you'll start in a minute. Then another minute passes, and another. Soon, a simple email feels like climbing a mountain. So you call yourself lazy. But what if that's not what's happening? What if the problem isn't a lack of motivation, but something much deeper? Because sometimes what looks like laziness is actually a brain that has been carrying too much for too long. And if that's true, then the solution is very different from what you've been told. Problem deep dive. Mental exhaustion doesn't...
You're probably not fighting laziness. You're fighting adaptation. Your brain is constantly trying to protect your energy. It's one of its oldest jobs. From an evolutionary perspective, energy was survival. Wasting it could be dangerous. So the brain developed systems designed to conserve resources whenever possible. This becomes important when stress lasts for weeks, months, or even years, because the brain doesn't always distinguish between physical danger and psychological pressure. Deadlines, uncertainty, conflict, constant self-criticism. These all require mental resources. Eventually, the brain begins acting differently, not because it's broken, but because it's adapting. Reducing effort, avoiding demands, seeking immediate relief. What looks like laziness from the outside may actually be a nervous system trying to survive overload. And once you understand that, a much bigger question appears. If exhaustion can disguise itself as laziness, how exactly does that happen? Psychological mechanism. Imagine your brain as a city powered by electricity. Every thought, every decision, every act of self-control costs energy. Now imagine thousands of small devices running at the same time. Worry, overthinking, people-pleasing, self-monitoring, future planning.
Stop measuring energy by motivation. Most people wait until they feel motivated. But motivation is unreliable when you're exhausted. Instead, measure available energy. Ask yourself, what level of effort can I realistically give right now? This works because it reduces the brain's perception of threat. A huge task triggers resistance. A manageable task feels safer. For example, instead of finish the entire report, try write one paragraph. Schedule recovery before collapse. Many people treat rest as something earned, something that happens after everything is finished. But exhaustion doesn't work that way. Recovery isn't a reward, it's maintenance. Neuroscience shows that periods of rest help restore attention and emotional regulation. Without recovery, performance gradually declines, even if you're trying harder. Take walks without your phone. Sit quietly for 10 minutes. Allow moments where your brain isn't solving problems. Not because it's productive, but because it's necessary.
And over time, these moments become fuel. Integration. Here's a simple mental model. Imagine your mind as a battery. Most people assume the battery is